Today we're going to be making French toast. So let's look at our recipe to see what we need for our materials and the ingredients that we need to make our French toast. We're going to need a frying pan, a spatula, a fork, a measuring spoon to measure our ingredients, a nice big bowl to mix our ingredients together, a measuring cup, and then a plate. It looks like we have all the materials we need. Let's take a look at our ingredients. We're going to need a couple of slices of bread. We have those. We're going to need 2 eggs. We have some nice brown eggs. We're going to need butter. We have some butter. And finally, we're going to need some milk. We have our milk. So it looks like we're ready to start. We have all of the materials we need. We have the ingredients we need, and we have our recipe, so we make sure we can do it just right. Step 1, crack 2 eggs into the bowl. I want to make sure when I'm cracking my eggs that I don't get any shells into my egg mixture. Good, 2 eggs, and I don't have any shells in there. Step 2, add half cup of milk into the mixture. I'm going to use my measuring cup. There we go. That looks good. That's half a cup of milk. I'm going to put it into my mixing bowl with the eggs. Step 3, stir with the fork. I have my fork. I'm going to tip the bowl a little bit because it's a little bit easier to stir. There, it's all mixed together nicely. In our next step, we're going to use the stove. What's the first thing you do before you use the stove or the oven? That's right, Charlie. We always make sure we have adult supervision. Now we're going to put the pan on the stove on medium. If you're using our color-coded system, medium is yellow. We're going to put our butter into our pan. Our recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of butter. I have my measuring spoon here. There we go. And I'll put it into the pan. I'm going to swirl it around just a little bit to get it started. Now we're going to dip the bread into our bowl. And one of my pieces of bread, I'm going to put it into the bowl, and I'm going to make sure I do both sides. I want to get both sides with the mixture. I'm going to come over here and place it into my pan. Get my second piece of bread, put it into the mixture. Again, I'm going to make sure I get both sides and bring it over here into the pan and put it into the pan. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. I'm going to use my microwave timer. I'm going to press timer, and then I'm going to enter my time, 500, and then I'll press start. My timer's beeping, so I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to turn over my French toast. I'm going to use my spatula. I'm going to get the first piece and get under here and flip it over. That looks nice. And now my second piece, flip that one over. Nice golden brown. Now I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes so the other side can cook nicely and get nice and brown. So my timer, and then I'm going to set my 5 minutes, 500, and then start. There we go. My timer is beeping. I'm going to turn it off. Now I'm going to come over to my stove, and I'm going to turn my stove off. Now, If you have our color-coded system, make sure that you turn it to white so that your stove is off. Now I'm ready to serve my French toast. I'm going to use my spatula, take one slice out, and then here's my second slice. They look good.